long as he a real one and he take take his charge like a real one, then we cool. You know?
Bring the heat, bring the heat, bring the heat, bring the heat, bring the heat. Major 40 in the building, Major 40 in the building, Major 40 in the building, Major 40 in the building. Bring the heat, bring the heat.
What's going on, everybody? It's the Major 40 Entertainment. It's your boy Double Line. We bringing the Heat podcast, baby.
It's Lisa Monet. What's up? What's
What's
up?
going on, y'all? Today we got a good one for y'all. We're gonna be talking about what's better, the hard-working man or the hustler. It's pros and cons to each one, but sometimes you want to say, fuck that job and get on out there, get that bread.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Then sometimes you want to, you like a little structure. You like a little. So, because it depends. To me, I think it just depends on the person.
The person.
And how you can deal with money. I feel like if you good with fast money, then hustling can be a thing you can work with. But if you're not, then you may need structure.
It might be both, because if you're not good with being structured or being on a time frame, or trying to wake up and be somewhere at a timely manner, because it can be that as well. Like, some people don't like the structure, ideology of, I gotta get up, I gotta be somewhere on a certain time. If I don't, I'm gonna get a point. Some people just like living their life freely, so it could be about that part as well, besides managing money, because a lot of times people ain't thinking about how to manage the money. They're thinking about making the money versus managing it. So a lot of times people ain't concerned about, if I can handle that motherfucker.
Okay, so you're looking at it from the aspect of the lifestyle,
right,
as opposed to the finances,
right? Because a lot of people
either way it
don't
go, you're making money.
Capital B, capital O, capital A, capital F. Both.
right.
Just about, like you said, because that is an interesting thing, because it is almost like some people do better without having that over their shoulder. If I'm late,
right,
I can get in trouble.
I can lose my job.
If I take a break too long, I'm in trouble. What if you more tired that day?
Exactly.
You might need a longer break. You can't take it.
Yeah, you can't.
Or you're gonna get in trouble.
But also, it's just about capitalism. Some people we just so brainwashed and so used to capitalism and just working a type of job with structure and consequences. Over time, people just get so used to that versus, shoot, let me just get out here and try to make some money when I can just get a job and I know I'm going to get money regardless. You know what I'm saying? It ain't I got to think about how I'm going to make it today. I got to make sure I meet my goal today. At a job, you ain't got to worry about that part. You already know that the goal, you making money, period. When you get it is when you get it.
Okay, so now that's the thing to it, though. What do you feel about, one of them is uncapped and the other one is capped? Now, because you talk about meeting goals. What if your goal, because your goal is, if you're doing a job wise, it's based off the job.
Right.
If you got a job that's not making enough for that goal, then you're never hitting that goal. You're just
now you're never hitting that goal. But the way the economy in the world is, a lot of people got side hustles and second jobs, and you know what I'm saying, passive income. You gotta have multiple shit these days. And so that's how some people, one, hit the goal, or some people just find a better paying job, you know what I'm saying, to maximize and hit their goals instead of getting a second job, because sometimes some people don't have the time. Sometimes people don't know what the second job or the passive income can be, you know what I'm saying. So it's all about, at that point, finding a better paying job.
Okay, so but isn't that kind of against what you said about, I guess, the hustling side, I guess, about being kind of free with how you want to do things? Because it's like, if you're still tied down to where you're doing 2, 3, 4 side hustles, you're kind of still, your day is still kind of tied in with just working.
But even with the hustling, you can get up and move how you want to, but that might be from 5 p.m. all the way back to the morning time. Like, the time varies, or it don't really matter when you hustling, because in the end, you trying to make a certain amount of money that day. So when you make it, what time, how you make, you know what I'm saying, that part don't really matter, because with the job, like I said, you bound to this, so you already know you're gonna make it. So when it comes to hustling, you just know the time and all that. That part really don't matter, because you're gonna use it, you know what I'm saying, however, to get to the goal at the end of the day, even if you're doing 2 or 3 things, to get it.
Okay. So, what you like better out of a man?
Oh, out of a man?
Because that's what this is about.
Let's see. I mean, I done had it all. So, I done had a hustler. But I would prefer if he's a hustler and he has a job. You know what I'm saying? You do both. You know what I'm saying? You spend your time wisely. You go to work from 6 a.m. to most jobs be 12 hours or, 8, whatever. 6 to 3, whatever time the job is, says. And then when you get out, you got time to go hustle and do whatever and still make time for the people around you, then you good to go. You know what I'm saying? Unless y'all hustling together, you know what I'm saying? You run them plays and and being the getaway driver, whatever. But
okay, so you just said, because you said a lot right there. You said you're working typically an 8 to 12 hour shift.
Right.
Then when you get off, you time to hustle. You
can hustle, yeah. Cause
where is the time to spend with?
So this is what. So if you if you have your clientele and they come to you, then it makes your life less easy. I mean, they make your life easier. You know what I'm saying? Instead of you always gotta. Depends on whatever the hustle is. Okay?
I was just gonna say, what kind of hustle you talking
whatever
about?
Whatever the hustle may be, drugs, baking cookies, selling, whatever.
Okay.
Whatever your side hustle may be, okay? Legal or not, that's up to you. Okay. So, as long as, but like I said, so if you can get your customers to come to you, then that would be more efficient, more easier, and you ain't really got to leave your house, and you spending time with your loved ones, or you're doing whatever around the house as people come pick up things and leave. But if you got to leave the house to do it, then if you have a significant other, then take them with you. I mean,
what if it's illegal though?
If it's illegal, then
now you putting you in the line of fire.
I mean,
come on now.
As long as he a real one and he take take his charge like a real one, then we cool. You know what I'm saying? Don't put me in your shit. I'm gonna say, hey, I don't know nothing. I'm just here. Do that man tell me what he do? No, I'm just here on my phone looking at TikTok.
Stop the cap.
But the messages.
What messages?
You said you had the load ready for me.
No, I would never put anything in no message to me, okay? Because I would tell on your ass or I'm mad like I don't know nothing. I'm like, I don't know what that lingo is. I just be saying okay so he can quit talking.
Oh, hell no.
Wow.
All right. Don't ever, all right? But, yeah. So, yeah, you got to know how to balance things out. And you got to know how to do some time management. But some people have they hours and they shifts, where they tell their customer, hey, you can come from this time to this time, and after that, shop closed, or whatever the case is. So, it's just about how you know how to manage time.
Okay. So, basically, you're saying that,
Like I said.
Well, basically, this is what I want. So, what's a side hustle to you?
So, a side hustle can be you're a mechanic on the side. When you get off work, I knew a person who they worked 8 to 5, and guess what? Once they got off work, or they did their mechanic work on lunch break, they'll leave early to come do mechanic work. Like that was their side hustle. On the weekend, they doing, they fixing on cars. That's a side hustle. You want to sell weed? That's your side hustle. Hey, feel free. It's legal in other places. It ain't legal here in Alabama, unfortunately. But if you want to bake, like I said, you make desserts and stuff. Anything, I feel like anything can be a side hustle as long as they're making some money. Because that's the whole point of it. You doing something on the side. But I mean, I guess side hustle can be DoorDash, Instacart, or that could be your full-time job if you making enough money, you know what I'm saying, doing that. So a side hustle can be whatever.
Okay, so when you
white people turned thrifting into side hustles, ain't it?
Turn what?
Thrifting, they'll go buy something off of, like they'll go in their neighborhood and see like furniture that people have left out, or go to thrift stores.
But I saw a beautiful chair I was gonna get you in some white people's yard.
You should have got it.
I was gonna get it. It was like a pink. It was pink a furry kind of pink chair.
Ooh.
And there wasn't nothing wrong with it, but they had it by their trash. They had it by
Oh,
their
yeah,
trash.
you
I knew it was gonna take that.
Yeah, you should.
But I was scared that when I was door dashing that they was gonna come out the door as soon as they see me grab them, and I ain't want to say nothing. I just even though it was out there by the
Well, I
thing.
was like, once about that trash, they don't give a fuck. Okay, but yeah,
you know, some people are just pick. Just
yeah,
for
some
no
people
reason.
will pick, but yeah, they get it where they, you know,
I'm throwing it away.
right.
You
But
know,
some people, you know, polish and repurpose furniture and sell it on Facebook and make buku money. Make buku money. So a side hustle can be, and then they turn into a business because it was once a side hustle, and they became so successful. Now it's just their job, you know. So anything can turn into a side hustle.
Okay, so how do you feel about? Let's take side hustle out of it. What about the entrepreneur?
So this is the thing. In order to be an entrepreneur, you gotta have the funds and the means. So that means you have to have a job first. You're gonna have to start somewhere, unless your family just gave you inherit some money or a job. You know, your family business. Then you good to go. But you have to have a job in order to what's the word, to not furnish, to supply
yeah.
You know what you want to start.
Yeah, to keep it coming in.
Keep it coming in.
Get product or whatever you're doing.
The profit to, you know, to quit your job. That's the end goal. So I feel like ain't no wrong with entrepreneurship because it has its ups and downs. It has, you know, its highs and lows. But it depends on what it is, because some stuff it be so, like a lot of people they'll start doing real good, and then after a while it slows down. Then they gotta go back you know, to a job, and then work their way back to what it was. So I don't have no problem with being like an entrepreneur. I mean, I feel like the way the world is, you might have to have a little bit in you anyways these days. Yeah.
So do you feel like today's standard job is enough? Like, for if somebody's just working a job?
No, I feel like jobs these days do not want to pay no money for real, unless
talk about it.
Unless it's a career type job. You know what I'm saying? If it's not a career based job, then you're not making. And you know what's even crazier? I'm gonna say this. I went to school. I got a bachelor's degree, and then on top of it, like, oh, you need to get a master's to make real money. And I'm just like, because unfortunately, where we live, this is a low income state. This is a low poverty type of state. And so when I did work for my career type of job, that shit only paid, you know what I'm saying, 13, 15, 16. I'm just like, I didn't go to school for this shit. I can work. You can work at Amazon and make more than this. So I feel like nowadays, because so many people, even teenagers on up, want jobs to pay them 18, 20, 40,000. I say 20 plus, because nowadays they want 25 plus for real.
Yeah.
It's kind of like jobs like, who the hell gonna do that? You know what I'm saying? We'll move it up to 15. Yeah. And now y'all want to move the goalpost to 25. They're like, yeah, we ain't gonna do that shit. I feel like depending on where you live at, that's where you can make some money. But where we live at, if you want a job that kind of pays some money, most people down here work at T-Mobile call center, AT&T call center, or the Social Security building. You know what I'm saying? Or a bank. And that ain't everybody, you know, goal or dream. You know what I'm saying? That ain't some shit everybody want to do. So yeah, unless you get a real type of tech, you know what I'm saying? Getting tech, or you in the medical field, then you probably be straight. You know, a lot of tech jobs are doing like layoffs and stuff like that. So who knows how it goes? Because the way it's going, just like the job market is really finicky. It's real crazy.
Okay. One more question before we get up out of here with this one right here. And we ain't got to get too deep into it, because this will be a whole nother video.
Okay.
Basically, I want to know what you feel about.
Y'all see how he only asking me, but he got another thing coming, because I'm gonna ask him the same thing. He ain't getting up out of this. He think he's just gonna be a co-host. I mean, a host. My bad. No, co-host. And I say nothing. He got another thing coming, you guys.
She might as well come with the question, because I done forgot now.
Oh, that's great. Look at that. So,
go ahead.
So, when it comes to a job or the other hustle, which one would you prefer? Or what do you think? What do you think about just all of it together? Like, do you think it's about managing money? Would you prefer the hustle versus a real job? I mean, a 9 to 5. What do you think?
Well, I say about 80% of my working life has been job. I didn't even know what an entrepreneur was or a hustles until maybe 5-6 years ago. I didn't know. So I didn't even know there was a world outside of working.
That's another thing. We brainwashed it. Some people don't even know that.
Yeah, so I was just at these places, and you know, you're not happy. You work, like I said, you got that monkey on your shoulder, everything, and you know, sometimes you can just be at jobs. Like if you ever been at places and you just quit the next week, or you don't never last, you just feel like working ain't for you.
Yeah,
because you always
you
get these
like,
feelings.
Yeah, I always feel like working ain't for me. I be like, you know what? If I don't like it, I'm gonna go. Because you do have some people who will stick it out no matter what. Like they hate it, they mental health going to hell.
Hey, Patrick, what am I now?
Stupid?
No, I'm Texas.
What's the difference?
You know what I'm saying? They body going to fucking shits, and they just still toughing it out for the money. And I'm just like, listen, I like money, but not that motherfucking bad.
Stop the cap.
And I'm finna be down like that, down that bad. You know what I'm saying? Barely goddamn crawling in that bitch to go to work. I would never. It's just, that's never would be me. If I don't like some shit, I leave immediately and I'll just find something else. But that's another thing. Typically, I never had a problem finding a job because I never had a problem. But lately, it's like that shit is hard these days. That get extremely hard to find a job. But that's why, hey, I don't be giving a fuck about that shit because there's always ways to make money.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Jerry.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Absolutely.
I always felt like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And so when I not knowing about it, it kind of just made me, like I said, I was stuck in that hole for a while. I always had ideas and stuff that I wanted to do. Like I said, mainly my number one thing that I would like to do at the end of the day is to keep supplying you guys with heat, and just keep doing that, and let's see where this go.
Right.
That's mainly. But y'all know how this go. Y'all have to keep supporting.
No, y'all know how it goes. Shit keep happening. Okay. All types of crazy shit.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, we ain't starting this over no more. Okay. I won't be here for it.
Well, I'm just saying, but that's typically how it goes. We got it. We getting it back, and the more support, then the easier it is to kind of do certain things and get where we're trying to get, so we can keep bringing you guys what we want to bring y'all. But once I got introduced to entrepreneurship, like I said, I started to learn things.
Stop the cap.
Okay.
And what it made me do was it made me kind of feel better about not being a slave at a job. It made me, because I was that type that was like, oh, I gotta stick through it.
Yeah, I gotta keep this
job. Because I don't know nothing else.
I don't know what it had.
Patrick.
What?
I thought of something funnier than 24.
Let me hear it.
25.
If I quit, I might be on a,
Yeah, because
I ain't never.
Because I'm gonna look at it and I'm gonna be like, I don't got the mindset to sell drugs.
Oh, hell no.
So that's the only other thing I knew outside of that.
So
that's the only other thing. That's the only other thing I thought that was out there. I didn't know there was nothing else out there. So I was like, well, I ain't got it in me to do this for real. So I might as well just stick in and do this and just deal with everything that come with it. But
please teach our kids that they can do whatever the fuck they want to do, okay? And they ain't got to be a slave to society, all right? Because hell no, even though I didn't, I knew about entrepreneurship and stuff like that, but my mindset was like, if I don't like it, I'll just find another job. You know what I'm saying? And just keep going that way. But after a while, I like to just try shit anyways. So once you done try some of that stuff, you just like, yeah, I don't like that. I can do that. I can keep doing that. That can make me money, So, yeah, just let y'all kids know they ain't gotta be a slave to the world. Try different shit. Find out what you like, cause half the time we'll never know what the fuck we like. Especially if you stuck at one place for a long time just because you're making money. Try other shit. You know what I'm saying? Try all types of shit. It's not really a manual on what to do unless your real goal is just to make sure you make a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? You know, I guess as everybody go, just find out what that could be.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that's, like I said, that's just how it came for me. And then when I saw that, it made me kind of, like I said, realize I didn't have to take certain things. I didn't have to be a certain way once I realized, oh, okay, you don't have to just kind of sit still when you don't have something.
Right.
Or just because you ain't got, because the way I was taught you can't move on from one job until you got another. Sometimes that job is just too punishing. It's too demanding. It's too crazy.
Yeah.
And you ain't got it in you to wait till you get something else.
I mean, it's best to, but sometimes, hey, I always been a very spontaneous, you call me a calm ass person, and if it don't, I'll figure a way out, which I always do. So I always just was like, fuck that, having another job. I don't like this shit. I'm not gonna do this shit.
Exactly. So I was just kind of like, I've learned to, like I said, I like it either way. What I've learned, and fellas, this was just what I learned. No matter which way you're doing it, just always have you some money.
Sure.
Because we know as men, you know, what probably our highest goal in life is to, you know, get a family and go forth and taking care of that family. You can't do that without no money.
No.
I mean, you can be the best stay-at-home dad and all that stuff all you want.
And she's gonna treat you like that bitch you are.
Yeah.
I'm just playing. She gonna love you, okay?
I mean, she definitely will. But you gotta have some. And if you ain't got it on you right then, you gotta know how to go get some.
No, yes you will.
And you gotta be able to put that time in and go get some.
Yeah.
No woman wants you to sit around. There's some that'll let you, but a lot of them don't want you to sit around crying about, oh, I can't get a job, I can't do this, or I can't do that. You better figure out a way to go get some money until all that come in place. Yeah, you can't just sit around forever.
Or just get your money up here before you even get in a relationship. That will always be the best thing to do. Get your money up first, then get your.
No. I mean yes, but I'm speaking on, like, if you, let's say you might have it already, then things happen in the relationship.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And typically in most relationships, the woman is the one that's able to save up, because the man, if he's a real man, he typically takes over a lot of the other stuff.
Okay.
So the woman is supposed to be the one saved up for a rainy day, to where, you know what I'm saying, when things happen, or when it's time to progress and do stuff, it's there. Because the man is taking over so much stuff. So if, like, let's say they work at a warehouse or something and it's a shutdown, or it's a, you know what I'm saying, or stuff, like, in those moments, it's some men that will let that be an excuse to just shut down. Okay. I mean, I lost my job. I just don't know what to do. I ain't gonna be able to, no, your woman she might be cool with that for like a week or so. But she gonna be expecting for you to
get up.
Yeah, to get up and say, oh, okay, I'm finna get out here and find something, or I'm finna get out here and do a hustle. That's where that's why what, like she said, is very important. Everybody by now in this life should have something that they can do to make some money if a job is not there. You gotta be able to have something. That's why that's important, because these jobs ain't playing. Yeah. And then they're not hiring. And then if you got one, you gotta stay on your toes. So it's like, you need to have something.
You gotta have something extra.
Yeah, to where you can make money.
In case anything happens, you always have some type of little, even if it's just a hobby that you could turn into some money. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have something these days, for real.
Yeah, I've learned with Lisa. It's plenty of websites you can get these degrees on, these licenses that you can like stuff that you can get quickly and go ahead and progress and start getting extra stuff just in case something happens. Right. You can go to that quickly, because I know, like me, I don't like being in school long. If I got to do some school, 6 months to probably a year and a half, probably the most I'll be willing to do. I'm not willing to do.
I don't even know how I made it through 4 years, but I did. You know what I'm saying? Because I hate fucking school.
Yeah, what I'm saying,
with a passion. Yeah, but nowadays, hey, they got people you can pay who will do that shit for you. They got all types of AI websites. Like, nowadays, they got so much shit that you can just.
There's no excuse not
to level up.
Yeah, to level up and have something. I believe everybody should have some sort of documentation.
Like right now. Right now, I'm doing a real estate course. Oh, and guess what, you guys? It's free. I'm not trying to, promote them, but go to kscore.com If you want to get a real estate license for free, all right. I saw it on TikTok. Thanks, TikTok.
Yeah, but see, that's something, and while she's doing what she's doing, she's planning everything on the side, getting it together. And that's what we should be able to do, especially, like I said, in today's time. It's not like it used to be.
No.
Resources are a website away.
Definitely.
It's not, you ain't got to travel to no place to go, these job places to go do stuff. They still have those, but you ain't got to do it. There's so many different ways that you can go do things now and get stuff together. So whether you hustling or rather you just like, are you stuck in the loop and you want to get, and there's nothing wrong. Like, I don't want it to seem like it's something wrong if you've been stuck in that and that's what you want to do.
Right. If you like that 9 to 5, 30 year, you know, you got to be in a job for 25 years.
But I will say this. It can't make sense to you that you got to work somewhere until you in your late 60s.
No.
Just to get a check that's not going to even cover your life.
Cover half of your life.
At the end of it. And that's what you're working for. So you got to think about all these things. So do you want to run a business to where you can make it an unlimited, or you can't have hustles to do stuff, or you want to just stay stuck doing something to do?
I will say everybody ain't meant to be a boss. Some people are meant to be workers. Like some people are fine with just working they 9 to 5.
But some people are inventors.
Yes.
They got the Shark Tank stuff. I watch that a lot. A lot of them, they'll make ideas and just sell it off.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to do the whole thing. They can't do it.
Yeah.
But they like, shit, I got this good idea. I made this.
Yeah, I need to.
How much you want to give me for that? How to get on Shark Tank?
Where I can sell a couple of things.
Yeah, like they might, you know what I'm saying? You might be the creator. And
Right.
some people, yeah, because everybody can't be a boss. So you got bosses, you got creators, you got, you know what I'm saying, investors.
Workers,
you got workers.
yes.
It depends on which lane you want to be in. But regardless of which lane you want to be in, just find the lane. Just find the lane. And understand that each and every goal in all of that is to get money at the end of the day.
Right.
All of it.
Continue with money because, like we said, you're going to work till you about 60. Yeah, till you about 60.
Late 60s.
Late 60s, and then you get this little check, and that's the only check you're going to get. So you're going to have to have something else along with that to still live a life.
And they starting to take all that away too.
Right, they trying to make that go up to 70, I think.
Yeah, because and you really having to start it, and people, if you are doing it, invest in your 401ks early. Start doing that early, because they not really them checks that you waiting on for that's opposed to that the regular checks for just being working that long enough. They not worth it. They not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna supply the life like you think it is.
No,
and then you really want to wait that long just to be free and live your life?
When
When you can be free now, live your life and do it now.
Right.
That's not without encouraging you to say do the other thing, but we're just saying
you can do both.
Like I said, it's pros and cons.
Right, you can do both.
It's pros and cons. It's some people that work enough years and save up enough money, they never work again, and invest that money into something they got going on. Do something. But I don't believe that any of us should be trapped and put into a box to where we're just working. There's so many people I see that's old.
And
that's
still
working. I'm talking about way well above the 60-year-old age.
Or your body gets so used to working that the moment you retire, guess what happens? You retire, and months later, you pass away because your body has been trained to just be up, active, doing something, a constant, movement. Because I seen a lady, I'm talking about, she worked all her life, and then when she retired, guess what had happened? She passed away a week later. Like, the shit was sad. Like, she had worked at one of my jobs, and I was just like, that's crazy. That you finally free. You ain't got to wake up every morning and be there at 7:30, and you pass away just to, you know what I'm saying? It's wild. It's just crazy that a lot of people, cause, that happens to a lot of people. So it's just like, go and live your life now.
Absolutely. Live your life, enjoy it, and like I said, just make sure whatever you're doing is making money. Even if you want to do content, whatever you're doing. Don't just be doing it for
guess
fun.
what, you guys? We will be dropping a ebook on how to work in YouTube, how to become a creator. It'll be coming out soon.
Yeah, we got that. We got, like I said, merch is finally coming. Like I said,
Valentine merch for you girls.
We're sorry that the other merch didn't, you know what I'm saying? But like we're really trying to make sure everything is, it ain't gonna be perfect, but as close to perfect as we possibly can for y'all, because we know y'all been holding us down and waiting. And so
yeah, we appreciate it.
yeah, so we definitely gonna have that for you guys, and we're gonna try to make it as fair as possible. But we gotta get out of here. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna try to make it as fair as possible. Yeah, it ain't gonna be fair, but you know, we appreciate the support. We appreciate the support. Next time we're gonna be talking about housewife, Instagram baddie, model.
Definitely.
Which one? What's the better? What's the better
What's the
option?
pros and
You know,
cons?
pros and cons of that as well.
A lot of
We just
cons.
talked about the men. We're gonna talk about the women.
Okay.
It's bringing the heat. We out.
Bring the heat.